Now back to Property Source Radio with your hosts, Brenna and Pat on Sports Radio 950 ESPN.
Good morning again. I'm Brenna Hartman, the Fixie Chick, 222-6397. We are live and taking your calls. If you have any questions for our guest today, Daryl Fishbaugh. He's joining us from John Betlam Heating and Cooling. We've got some good stuff. I have to say right off the bat, I've been on your website, which is 271-8888.com. Love that.
Yep.
And I really like the front page, the home page here. Should I repair or replace? That's a great question.
That's a question that comes up all the time.
Do you lie when you go into someone's house and answer that question in deceit, or do you answer it truthfully?
Well, 36 years in the business, I have a feeling he's telling the truth.
Come on, I had
just
to take the, you know.
There's probably been as many replies to repair as opposed to replace as there has been to take it out and replace it. It really boils down to the dollars.
Yeah.
If you've got a 20-year-old furnace and you got to spend $600 on a repair, does it really make sense to do that? And typically the answer would really be no.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Especially with the tax credit.
The incentives that are out there really help that decision a lot.
Yeah, I would say that. How about this one? I want a healthier home. What does that mean? Is that about indoor air quality, perhaps?
That's exactly what it is. And that's really one of the buzz terms that's going around these days is you're really...
Not at Pat's house, by the way.
Not at Pat's.
He's keeping his windows closed and spraying bleach all over the place.
If you think about it, when you're home, all winter long your windows are closed.
Yep.
And based on your level of comfort with cooling, the summer could be closed up as well. So you want to be very conscious of what's going on in your house and ways that you can alleviate it and make it cleaner and more friendly for you.
Yeah, if you have 2 dogs and a bird.
Well, that's not my house. It's your house.
All things like that lead to, bringing dust and debris and stuff in the house.
So indoor air quality, that's got to go huge along with your heating and cooling system. I mean, those are the ducts that run through your house that spread that air around all over the place.
Exactly.
So one of the divisions of your company offers duct cleaning.
And that's really one of the first stages of getting a good, clean house is making sure that duct system is clean.
Have you ever heard the statistic about how many dead skin cells a human sheds a day?
I have, and I've tried real hard to forget about it.
Yeah, it's like one of those ignorance is bliss type of things.
Exactly.
But it's a fact of life, and it happens. And where does that stuff go? It circulates through your system.
And, animal hair and fur, things like that, just dust, kids dropping cereal down the registers and things like that. It's all stuff that gets in that system and can even impede airflow, which is primary in making a system function efficiently for you.
And affordably.
True. Yeah. Prices go up if it doesn't. The airflow is not there.
Yeah,
it's true.
Now,
go ahead. You go.
That's right. I go first. Ladies first. I am ready for maintenance. How do you know if you're ready for maintenance on your system?
If you as a homeowner can't keep up with some of the basic, you really should have it done every year. And the basics are keeping that filter clean, the condensing unit outside, make sure that coil stays clean. We've all seen the cottonwood flying around in the month of June. That's forms that little baby blanket on the outside of the condenser. That really wreaks havoc on the system performance.
On the central air conditioner.
Yeah.
So we would like to suggest that you have the equipment looked at annually.
Okay.
There's a number of ways that can be done, number of service plans. We call them discount service plans. Or you can just call and we can come out and maintain the equipment for you when you feel it's necessary. But our recommendation is really have it checked every year. Energy dollars are quite high these days, and you want to make sure that your equipment is operating efficiently so you can keep your money in your pocket as opposed to the utilities.
Plus, I'd have to go with the safety thing, too. I mean, we're talking gas, electricity, all those kinds of things firing down there.
Sure.
I would have to think that just as a safety, I would want to know that my system, well, actually, that's because one of my furnaces caught on fire once. Okay. A little predisposed.
You're a little jittery.
A furnace especially, you mentioned, there's a lot going on down there. And one integral part of that furnace, which is really the heart of it, is called the heat exchanger. And
I know all about that.
They do have a tendency to fail as they age. You might get cracks and stuff in them. So it's important, I think, that a furnace of any age, 10, 12 years and older, you have it looked at every year just to make sure it is safe.
Yeah, and they poke around at that to make sure it's not cracking and so on. I know.
Can I tell you a story?
Sure.
Well, once my house was on fire, and I was working at the time at a restaurant that was really busy. And my boyfriend at the time, he's now my husband, went to go take care of my bird and called my place of work and said to my boss, I really need to speak with Brenna. I think the house is on fire. And she didn't give me the message.
Nice.
because I was busy.
Yeah, nice
And
boss.
I kept working. He called back and he's like, I don't know what to do. And, I think the house is on fire. It was like billion degrees. He's getting the pets out of there. It was the heat exchange in the furnace.
Oh, my.
So it was like 120 degrees in there. It was winter, But anyway, I have to share that story from time to time. So the second time she came and was all kinds of frustrated. Eric keeps calling. I don't know. Something's wrong with your house. Like, could somebody just call 911?
I thought I was slow.
Yeah.
Work
I'm
comes
not
first.
kidding.
Yeah.
I am not kidding. That's
Yeah.
a true story.